You've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
So the net starting 5. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. And it's Claxton in at the center position. And for the Warriors, they've got John Morant. Richardson is out there with Curry. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here in the final days of the NBA regular season, Greg, every team trying to wrap things up on a high note.
Yeah, and even the top teams doing what they can to head into the postseason with some momentum, right? While lottery teams want to finish strong and have something to build off of.
They set the pick. Here's Clowney. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Golden State now. Win after win, these guys now have 9 straight.
And we're seeing just how good this team is when they're firing on all cylinders. The way they're rolling right now, this winning streak could go on for a while.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Always good to see the ball go through the net early. You know there's not a lid on that thing.
Here's Demon. You saw him with 10 points last game. Clock at 6. Curry with the defensive effort. And here's Golden State. And what an entertaining group this team has been this season. These guys don't just win, they win big.
Yeah, their margin of victory for the season is over 12 points a game. That means some nights they're winning by 20, 30, or more. And the key is they're doing it with consistency. These guys will not take their feet off the gas. And that's part of what makes them so fun to watch.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's Demon. It's Porter outside. Good on the triple.
Elite from the corner. Porter Jr. shoots a much better percentage from this spot.
Outside Curry. Pass to Moody. To the right side. Morant passes to Richardson. Here's Curry with the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Here's Demon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Pass to Clowney. Just 5 on the clock. Near the 3-point line, it's Porter. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And that jump shot by Porter is pure. Has such a fluid shooting motion.
And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with their treasured trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
Here's Demon, following the score by Golden State. Thomas's shot is off.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss. You can't have a better start than that, connecting on 4 of your first 5 field goal attempts.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Demon. It's good from long range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Curry passes to Morant. Back to Curry. And here's Morant. Golden State moving it around. Here's Curry. He had 37 points last game out. Here's Moody. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
And what a motor. Porzingis is an all-star talent who is also willing to do the dirty work.
The shape. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
I
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. He does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw tonight.
At the line for one.
Free throw good, Demon. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
And that one's good by Porter.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Outside Thomas. "17-foot shot on the way." For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Jimmy Butler is checked in for the Warriors. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Thunder. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And I think for Golden State,
They've got to be disappointed with their play. They just look disjointed, and their losing streak continues to grow as a result.
Here's Claxton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And don't forget about his work on the boards. He was doing the dirty work as well.
Here's Porter. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
Now here's Porter. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Out to Morant. Over Porter. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against Dallas.
remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Well, if you shoot the ball at 40% or better from the three-point line, you are going to win most games, no matter where you're playing.
Pass to Richardson. Back to Curry. Three-pointer, Butler. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game. Now Claxton. The three from Thomas. Inside. Porzingis with the rebound. Warriors have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Curry passes to Morant. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now a 3-point Warrior lead.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
And Claxton throws it down.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Now here's Richardson. He had 22 points in the win against Dallas.
And he really helped them control the game on the glass.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Pass to Demon. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Tim, some forget, prior to the success of Stephen Curry, the Warriors were not considered a top-tier franchise.
Well, before he arrived in 2009, this was one of the lowest all-time winning percentages, but they have built a dynasty, and they are now considered one of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
Different look here for the Warriors. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. And some changes here for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Horford. Richardson comes in for Draymond Green. And Curry subbed in for Stephen Curry. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Conley's checked in. And the rejection by Claxton. Setting the floor for the Nets. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Demons out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That puts them in the lead. Claxton's got 8 points. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Nets.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Warriors making the shot. Pass to Porter. Here's Clowney. Good, nice job down low. Clowney's got his first 2 points. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Green, he's checked in for John Morant. And the Nets making a change here as well. Thomas checked in for Terrence Mann. Here's Demon. 15 points in the game from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Curry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Richardson for 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist here tonight. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Kevin, back to you.
Paying tribute. Nice job. Okay, thank you, Allie. And Green slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Demon. Pass to Clowney. Down low, Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. It's a 3-point game. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. From 12 feet out. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Curry's got 4 this quarter.
Well, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Here's Demon. Connects from 3-point range. Demon's got 18 points in the game. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Green finds Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And Curry throws it down hard.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now, here's Thomas. 8 points for him. There's Porter with the 3. It's hauled in by Richardson. Warriors leading by 4 to the inside. Here's Butler. No good with the layup.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you could talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Zinkis checked in for the Warriors. John Morant comes in for Butler. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Cameron Thomas.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you hope to do as a player, and also what the coaches love to see. The consistency in identifying ways to improve and become better offensively. And he's done that now for consecutive years. And this is the trend he's been striving for.
And the Nets miss again. Warriors leading by 4. Porter with the steal. It's Thomas on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors shooting fantastically in this game. 62% from the floor. Screen by Porzingis to the paint. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
There's the drive.
It gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
And that one, good.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
And here is Thomas. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland. Pass to Claxton. Here's Demon. The shot's good. Demon's got 22.
Well, he's having a big scoring night, but he's doing it extremely efficiently. This is impressive.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Warriors. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Back right after this.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And we thank you for joining us at halftime. The Golden State Warriors are in a closely contested game.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys are feeding off the ball movement, and as a basketball fan, it's wonderful to watch, Shaq.
Yeah, no Tyler ball from them. That's why they're getting the good looks. Get it, Tyler Hero?
Your Tyler ball, hero ball.
I knew you would understand, Ernie.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they're in good position. Definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seeding is how you're playing down the stretch. They're trying to dial it in. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. They've got Curry. Moody is out there with Morant. Then there's Richardson, and it's Porzingis in at center. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And Curry with the stuff.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Nets trail by 6. Pass to Claxton. Here's Clowney, defended by Moody. Now here's Porter over Porzingis, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Curry passes to Moody, and the slam by Moody.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. With the shot, Thomas, no luck.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Curry deciding where to go with it. And there's the drive. The rebound by the Nets. Outside Porter. 90 seconds now into the second half. Claxton, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
Slammed in by Richardson.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Pass to Thomas. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Well, I think at this point the whole team is pressing, but he certainly looks frustrated.
It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. And it's Porter with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 7. And Claxton throws it down.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
And he gets it to go. Curry's got the lead up to 7 now for the Warriors.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. Take a look at the Warriors. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs.
And I think for the Warriors, they're in a good spot as the season winds down. Probably starting to think playoff strategy at this point. Just have to keep themselves above that play-in line.
The Nets haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Free throw good, Demon. That one misses. Warriors leading by 6. Moody finds Morant. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Nets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Pass to Demon. Nets passing it around. Back to Porter. Now Claxton. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
The Warriors have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Shooting 1.
There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throw? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Here's Curry, and there the Warriors now with another bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Morant against Porter. From deep, Thomas. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Warriors leading by 13. Curry dishes to Richardson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 12 points for the machine. Brooklyn's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And there's the call on Curry. That's his third foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Thomas against Richardson. Porter a screen on Richardson. Thomas deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. Over Richardson.
I love the intensity dial up here from a defensive standpoint in the second half. Doing a much better job.
Curry, that's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Mann's checked in for the Nets. Let's take this chance to showcase the top setup man at the small forward position in the NBA. Ja Morant, number 1.
He just sees the entire floor so well. And from the wing, it's that vision that enables him to penetrate and find the open man in a very crowded area.
And a small forward demonstrating a team-first mentality, it's contagious. He's not just looking for his own shot. He wants to put teammates in a position to succeed.
Curry with 23 points in the game. Morant kicks to Butler. Morant passes to Curry. From deep. Clowney pulls it in. Clowney's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForge on the sideline.
Thank you. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Butler from outside. Good on the three-point shot. Butler's got 9.
Butler is a selective three-point shooter, but he is certainly capable of knocking them down.
Outside for Thomas. To the middle. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
It was an aggressive move that could change momentum.
Inside. Shoots. Again, the Nets for 2.
Oh, inside, Cam Thomas really relies on his agility and touch to get it done.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
Curry can't get it to go.
You know, not sure if he's playing to the crowd, but no need for the fadeaway on that shot.
Pass to Demon. Releases. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Right side, Curry. Over Demon. Another miss by Curry. Nets trail by 12.
Remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Clowney. Up top, Claxton. Outside, Thomas. Over Richardson. Warriors with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Both teams will make substitutions. Nets trail by 10. Setting the floor for the Nets. Thomas on the wing. He's joined by Porter. Then there's Demon. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Clowney in at the 4 spot. Porter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, that's the kind of play that can earn you a spot on the bench.
They swipe it. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And Brooklyn turns it over again. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. 17 points was their biggest margin. Curry with the bucket. And the Warriors lead by 12.
Well, the purest jump shot this game has ever seen. Curry's touch, his release, just picture perfect.
It's to Demon. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Warriors have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Outside Curry. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Well, that happens sometime. Nothing is guaranteed in this league.
Outside Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count that one.
Well, Thomas is capable of creating his own shot, a valuable skill that makes him very difficult to guard.
Curry finds Moody. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Thomas. Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. And Claxton throws it down.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. It's Curry outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Demon. Thomas, it's a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Shoots. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 13 points in the second half.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Thomas, good.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. The Warriors making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Right side Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Nets trail by 10. Porter looking it over. Pass to Thomas. Over in the corner, Claxton. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Demon. That 3 off the mark. Now here's Richardson. Curry on the wing. Hop pass to Porzingis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds. And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Now Claxton. Here's Demon. Takes it inside. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Curry fires. 16-footer dropped in.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, if you're going to give him that shot, he will take it any time.
Here's Thomas. It's tipped and stolen by Richardson. Puts up the 3. He drills the 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Porter. He puts in the chain.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
Curry fires. A minute 42 left here in the fourth quarter. A three-pointer. Good.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Now Claxton. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
Yeah, and the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out your supporting cast than ever before.
Porter with the steal. Here's Thomas. Double team on Thomas. We've got 1:08 left in the game. The shot is off.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Warriors.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the Cobra.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
5 to shoot. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. together, just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Jimmy, let's talk about defense. What clicked for you down the stretch?
We was locked in on our schemes. I think we did a great job of our rotation and our second effort. But all in all, man, we executed on both ends in the fourth quarter.
It takes everybody. Thanks, Jimmy.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, the Cobra.